What's up, everyone? It's your girl Melinda J here to bring you all another video on and just a little cackle moment of a CEO being booed at a graduation at the Boston University. So let's go ahead and see what that is all about. Warner Brothers CEO being booed by students at the Boston University graduation, stating "Pay your writers." So read along with me. It says the commencement addresses are traditionally a state affairs wherein top thinkers, business people, or celebs in part advise to college classes of graduates. But Boston University graduation on Sunday was marked by angry shoutouts and loud booing from audience when Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his last name, my goodness, stood on the podium to deliver his speech. Some graduates said that they were displeased with his speech. Well, David, as the university's choice of commencement speaker amidst the ongoing writer strike. So basically, they like, you're tone deaf to what is going on, and y'all could have picked someone else other than this person to do the commencement speaker at the time. So, which began earlier this month. David also received an honorary Doctor of Laws degree at the event. About 11,500 film, TV writers on strike after the Writers Guild of America and 8 major studios, include Warner Brothers Discovery, failed to negotiate a new contract. Paramount Global and the owners of CBS News and Paramount Plus is another one of the major studios. The Guild argues that the writers are making a smaller share of the money earned by the studios amid the explosion of streaming services. Occasionally, raucous. Pay your writers, some students chanted, while others booed. Some graduates dressed in their red commencement robes joined the picket line near the Boston University to show their solidarity with members of the Writers Guild of America. Boston University graduate didn't address the boos or protest outside the ceremony, according to Boston University, which describes the event as occasional ruckus. Instead, David told the graduates to show up in life and friends and family and pursue what they love. But if you can't pursue what you love and get paid accordingly to that, so you can be able to still show up for your friends and your family, then what difference does it make, Mr. David? If you want to be successful, you have to figure out how to get along with everyone, David added. That includes difficult people. Okay, so you will understand that. Are you able to get along with everyone who has a problem with you? Or do you let your ego and your pride get in the way, and your status also? Do you allow your status define who you are to present a tone deaf speech like that? In regards to, if you want to be successful, you have to figure out how to get along with everyone, which he is right to a certain degree. But are you going to follow through with rightful delegation and compromise, and put yourself in other people's shoes as they are pursuing their dreams, trying to get to the status that you are, to have the type of income that you have to live a comfortable life? That is the thing. That, are you able to process that in your mind? Okay, Mr. David, respectfully. Furthermore, into this article, some students turned their back on David during his address. A few times during the speech, he had to pause because of the chance of "pay your writers," BU noted. I've conflicted about it for weeks now, given that I want to support my family and all the writers. Sydney Shore, a BU graduate whose father and brother, who are part of the guild, told CBS Boston about David's speech. But also I accomplished something. So it's important for me to celebrate my graduation. I want to know what you all think about this situation. And I'm just going to play a little snippet on this.
A commencement controversy played out on the BU campus today. Some graduates.
This is courtesy of Fair Use for Research Criticism, as well as let me go ahead and read this out to you all, because I will be playing this as a courtesy. And yes, this is coming from CBS News, respectfully. And this is basically fair use as permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. This is made for fair use for all purposes, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. In the copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Okay, let's get it.
Waiting Terriers protested David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers, as he delivered today's commencement address. Some students don't think the media exec was a good choice given the ongoing strike by television and film writers. WBZ's Paul Burton was there.
Boston University's 150th commencement was not without controversy, both inside and outside Nickerson Field. All because of its commencement speaker, David Zaslav, president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, who was met with a lot of boos. I couldn't be more excited to be here with all of you. The TV and film writers' strike, led by the Writers Guild of America, has impacted the industry. Many BU graduates, like Sydney Shore, were disappointed in BU's choice for their speaker at the 2023 graduation on Sunday. Both her father and brother are part of the Writers Guild.
I've been about it for a few weeks now, given that, of course, I want to support my family and all the writers. But obviously, also, I accomplished something so important to me to celebrate my graduation.
I'm here because I'm very proud of my daughter who graduates today, but I'm very disappointed in BU and their choice of speaker.
Is a graduate of BU and was presented with an honorary degree. During his speech, he did not address the writers' strike. It was interrupted several times by students. If you be successful, figure out how to get along He says students have a right to peaceful protest, but were obviously displeased in the way some students conducted themselves. While many students were respectful, some students turned their back during his address and held up signs.
Writers need to be treated fairly. There's just been all sorts of pressure pushing our wages down, and we have the right to be properly compensated.
Zaza managed to make it through his entire address despite the heckling. Meanwhile, members of the Writers Guild say they will continue to strike until they get the contract they deserve. In Boston, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining.
Okay, everybody. So that is the audio version with a little bit of, probably frozen screen once I edit this stuff out. But that's just what was that was what was happening at the Boston graduation. Now, I did see a sign that he makes $250 million annually, if I'm not mistaken. So I did a little breakdown. So I did the 250 million divided by the 11,500 writers that is within the Writers Guild, and it comes out as $21,739 per writer. Okay, so if the writers are not getting that amount and then some, because they are literally the backbone of presenting up anything that we do, anything that we consume on the internet, then that's a problem. That is a problem. So with that being said, speaking of graduates, congratulations to all the graduates who have graduated from high school, college, preschool, kindergarten, 8th grade, 6th grade, just depending on where you at. All the graduates from high and low, bachelors, masters, doctorate, even with special trades and certifications. Congratulations to all. It is your time. It is your time to celebrate, even though there were some celebrations, some graduations where students were not allowed to graduate. Were not allowed to dance after getting their diploma, but they were gonna make a way anyway because they have endured so much while being in school. It takes a lot. And not only that, speaking of graduation, like y'all, I went to one of my cousin's graduation. Well, there's two from each of the graduation, but I went to the first graduation, and it was about 70 kids. This was from my alma mater. This is about 70 kids. What used to been like 200 kids graduating from that school, but it shrank down to 70 kids. But with that graduation compared to the graduation that I came from this past weekend in Allen, Texas, bro, with 1,700 kids, 1,767 kids graduating from one high school in the state of Texas. Oh my gosh. That was a long graduation, yo. But the ending made up for it because for the first time, as a start of a tradition, they did a fireworks show and a drone show along with it, and it was so beautiful, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure you all have seen it on the social medias with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. So I'll share some video footage that I have gotten, that I have done with both of my cousins at their graduation. I was not able to see my cousins physically, where they were graduating at, for the smaller graduation, because there was like some weather conflictions and all that other stuff. But other than that, yo, that was a big difference. It was literally shocking. So I'll do a separate video on that, explaining what happened and all the things. But yet alone, sound off in the comments of what you think about the students taking a stand, and was it bad etiquette for them to be booing at the speaker of the commencement ceremony? What did Boston University fumble the bag or fumble the did they schedule a person on deaf ears? Well, did they schedule him before the Writers Guild went into effect? That's another question to be asked as well. Was he scheduled to talk in the commencement ceremony before the Writers Guild strike went into effect? Also, with him being a CEO, right? Would they put the Boston University in their keywords resume portal type of thing? Will they insert the keywords Boston University graduate to omit them from getting a job at Warner Brothers? I mean, y'all, I'm thinking wow, but it's just I have so many questions. So sound off in the comments of what you think about this cackle moment with the graduates booing the speaker for their graduation ceremony. And with that being said, I'm gonna leave y'all to it, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.